Hello and welcome to Express News. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates. Let's start with our top story. The Election Commission today announced schedule for assembly elections in West Bengal, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora said that model code of conduct has come into force immediately with the announcement of the election dates. Assam will go to polls in 3 phases on 27th March, 1st April and 6th April. In West Bengal, the polling will be held in 8 phases. It will begin from March 27th and end on 29th April. The assembly elections in the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Union Territory of Puducherry will be held in 1 phase on 6th April. The counting of votes in Bengal, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry will take place on 2nd May. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed webinar on budget provisions for financial services sector. He said that a roadmap has been presented in the budget to strengthen financial sector in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that farmers processing units, MSMEs and startups will be the real drivers of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. PM asserted that under the NDA government, banking and non-banking sector has undergone sea changes, making it much more transparent and reliable. PM also said that government has taken a number of steps to bring reforms in the financial sector which are yielding results. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 2nd Khelo India National Winter Games today through video conferencing. The games will begin tomorrow and will continue till 2nd of March. The second edition of the Winter Games is a mega sports event aimed at engaging the youth in positive and constructive activities. PM Modi said that this sports mega event will help attract tourists, especially those who are interested in winter sports. PM said sports, which was considered extracurricular activity earlier, is now being treated as part of the curriculum, and grading in sports will be counted in the education of the children. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said India not only made a new path in the healthcare sector but also helped other nations along the way. Addressing the 33rd convocation of Tamil Nadu, Dr. MGR Medical University through video conferencing, PM said the Indian health ecosystem is being seen with new eyes, new respect and new credibility. Prime Minister said the world will have greater expectations from the graduating students and they should carry the responsibility on their young and strong shoulders. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sita-THE interacted with the students of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and delivering the IMA GSW SPP Institute lecture on the theme The Economic Rebound and the Indian Economy in 2021 and Beyond. Replying to a query of a student, the Finance Minister said that there has been a phenomenal rise in MSP figures. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar stressed on turning India into an important engine for the growth of the global economy. Speaking at the inaugural session of Asia Economic Dialogue 2021, Dr. S. Jaishankar highlighted the need for standing up for businesses. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the success of Balakot strikes has shown India's strong will to act against terrorism. On the anniversary of Balakot air strikes, Rajnath Singh saluted the exceptional courage and diligence of Indian Air Force and said the country is proud of our armed forces who keep India safe and secure. Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that increase in petroleum price in international market has affected consumers in India as well. He said prices will come down as winter goes away. Senior BJP leader Smriti Irani launched a scathing attack on Mamata Banerjee-led TMC government in Bengal. Smriti Irani said that people of West Bengal will give a befitting reply to Mamata Banerjee by electing BJP in the upcoming state assembly polls. President Ramnath Kovind accorded a guard of honor on his arrival at Port Blair. This is his first visit to the Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands as the President of India. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das has reiterated that the central bank has projected the country's growth forecast of 10.5% for the next year. He said the liquidity will continue to be sufficient and the central bank will make available liquidity at the appropriate times, I should say. Meanwhile, global rating agency Moody's has upped India's growth projection for the financial year 2021-2022 to 13.7% from 10.8% estimated earlier. Benchmark domestic stocks on Friday tumbled more than 3% in intra-day trade, in sync with the plunge in global equity markets. Global indices declined, logging biggest intra-day percentage loss in the last 9 months following a steep rise in US Treasury yields. At close, Sensex was 1,939 points or 3.80% down at 49,099.99. While the NSE Nifty also fell 497 points or 3.29% to trade at 14,600. Gold prices declined by Rs 342 to Rs 45,599 per 10 grams. While silver prices plummeted by Rs 2,007 to Rs 67,419 per kg. Crude oil prices traded under pressure with selling across equities and commodities with rise in bond yields. It traded over 0.5% down near $63.20 per barrel. The rupee witnessed heavy fall of 70 paise to deal at 73 rupees and 12 paise against the US dollar, mainly due to losses in the domestic stocks. Petrol and diesel prices continued to remain steady across the country for the third straight day on Friday. Petrol price was at Rs 90.93 per litre, while diesel was at 81.32 rupees. India's cumulative COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 1.34 crore. At 7 a.m. today, the vaccination coverage was 1,34,72,643 through 2,78,915 sessions as per the provisional report. The second dose of COVID-19 vaccination started on 13 Feb 2021 for those beneficiaries who have completed 28 days after receipt of the first dose. On day 41 of the vaccination drive, 8,01,480 vaccine doses were given. Out of 8,01,480, 3,84,834 beneficiaries were vaccinated across 14,600 sessions for first dose and 4,16,646 healthcare workers received second dose of the vaccine. 9 state and union territories have vaccinated less than 60% of the registered healthcare workers. 13 states and union territories have vaccinated less than 40% of the registered frontline workers. India's active caseload is 1,55,986 today, comprising 1.41% of the total positive cases. This is largely attributable to the upsurge in daily new cases in some states and union territories. 21 states and UTs have less than 1,000 active cases. 20 states and UTs have not reported any COVID-19 deaths in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra reported maximum positive changes with an addition of 4,902 cases, whereas Kerala has recorded maximum negative change with decrease of 989 cases. India's cumulative recoveries stand at 1,07,50,680 today. The recovery rate is 97.17% today. The gap between total recovered cases and the active cases is constantly rising and stands at 10,05,94,694 today. 12,179 recoveries were registered in the last 24 hours. 85.34% of the new recovered cases are observed to be concentrated in 6 states. Kerala has reported the maximum number of single-day recoveries with 4,652 newly recovered cases. 3,744 people recovered in Maharashtra in the past 24 hours, followed by 947 in Tamil Nadu. 16,577 new Delhi cases have been recorded in the last 24 hours. 86.18% of the new cases are from 6 states. Maharashtra continues to report the highest daily new cases at 8,702. Maharashtra is followed by Kerala with 3,677, while Punjab reported 563 new cases. 120 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. 6 states account for 85.82% of the new deaths. Maharashtra saw the maximum casualties, 56. Kerala reported 14 deaths and Punjab reported 13 deaths. As of now, more than 11 crore 35 lakh cases of coronavirus have been reported worldwide. The death toll across the globe due to the virus has surpassed 25 lakh and stands at over 25 lakh and 20,000. More than 8 crore 91 lakh people have been recovered from the virus. The US has so far reported more than 2 crore 90 lakh cases of coronavirus, with the death toll due to the virus surging over 5 lakh and 20,000. Director General of the World Health Organization Tedros Adhanom praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The WHO DG tweeted saying, and I quote, "Thanks India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for supporting vaccine equity. Your commitment to COVAX and sharing COVID-19 vaccine doses is helping 60+ countries start vaccinating their health workers and other priority groups. I hope other countries will follow your example." Britain's Queen Elizabeth, who last month had her first dose of COVID-19 vaccination, said that getting the shot was very quick and did not hurt. Brazil's death toll from COVID-19 surpassed 250,000 on Thursday, a year after the first case was confirmed in the country, which is struggling with vaccine shortages and a devastating second wave. The Czech Republic has seen 1.2 million cases with 20,000 deaths since the pandemic began, and its recently daily growth pace hovers at around 15,000 cases. After India and Pakistan announced their decision to stop cross-border firing from Thursday, the United Nations General Assembly President Volkan Bozkır said he welcomes the agreement that demonstrates the values of UNGA. US President Joe Biden on Thursday had a telephonic conversation with King Salman of Saudi Arabia and affirmed the importance the US places on universal human rights and the rule of law. US President Joe Biden's administration on Thursday said the upcoming release of intelligence on the killing of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi will be a step towards ensuring accountability. The US is expected to soon declassify intelligence findings. Several hundred protesters took to the streets surrounding the White House in Washington, D.C. yesterday, calling for the American government to intervene in an ongoing war in Ethiopia. NASA scientists on Thursday showed panoramic views taken by the Mars rover Perseverance that gives clues to the topography, composition and weather conditions of the red planet. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has said that her government was backing a new project that uses drone technology to understand and protect the endangered Maui dolphins in the country. The current estimate suggests that only 63 dolphins older than 1 year are left, raising concerns that they may soon become extinct. Prevented from traveling abroad by the pandemic, Kazakhs are flocking to the magnificent glaciers of the Tian Shan mountain range near their country's biggest city, Almaty. A French company has gone back to the basics of maritime transport with the use of sailboat to ship cargo to and from France. Chocolate and coffee manufacturer Grandy Sail has put the sailboat in service for the first inter-Atlantic trip to deliver and import goods. Multiple provinces in northwest, northeast and north China have celebrated the Lantern Festival with diverse activities including light shows and folk customs. With traditional music and colorful light show, tens of thousands of people wandered around to watch varied performances and made best wishes for their work and life in the new year. The first driverless bus in Europe has been on the roads in Malaga. Operated by the Avanza bus company, the 100% electric zero-emission bus can be operated on autopilot mode or on manual for safety reasons and is able to transport up to 70 passengers. In Finland, people are trying to make the world's biggest ice carousel. It's a matter of sawing a round piece of solid ice. A sawn round ice floe is then rotated by machine or manpower. The project is gaining international media attention and may be setting a new Guinness World Record. In Japan's Kyoto, about 1,500 plum trees are now in bloom at Kitano Ten Mango Shrine. The shrine holds the Baikazai or Plum Festival every year on February 25th. Arsen Now, a physician assistant, has been beating the odds since childhood when she survived bone cancer. Now she is set to become the youngest person ever to fly into space. In Thailand, rescuers saved nearly 300 abandoned cats. Rescuers are working continuously to put cats in cage other than volunteering them to provide everything in shelter. In New York, after years of creating pint-sized replicas of red carpet looks, photographer Tricia has now produced a coffee table book full of giant civil rights activists. The book features over 30 icons, Nelson Mandela and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., among others. Whale watchers in Southern California got up close and personal with a humpback whale which was filmed on camera mugging boats. The video capture of the coast of Newport Beach show a mammal swimming right up to a boat in behavior known as mugging, which is when a whale swims close to a boat and stays nearby, interacting with those on board for an extended period of time. Vietnam Conservation Program National Park rare langur species are back to the wild. The mission aims at rescuing, rehabilitating, breeding and preserving rare and endangered primate species in Vietnam. Italian fashion house Prada reworked wardrobe classic for its fall line at Milan Fashion Week. In a video shared online as part of a virtual Milan Fashion Week, models strutted in layered outfits in an array of prints and colors as part of the Autumn-Winter 2021-2022 collection. Milan Fashion Week, which began on Wednesday and will continue till March 1st. It's a virtual event this season due to COVID-19 restrictions. Major Italian fashion names such as Armani, Dolce & Gabbana and Valentino are sharing videos on a digital platform. People in Copenhagen have been able to get some much-needed light by looking at illuminated buildings and light art scattered around the city, all with corona safety in mind. The Danish capital's 23-day light festival will end this weekend, but has seen many visitors enjoy the outdoor installations despite the pandemic. Sports now. 5-day-long second edition of Khelo India Winter Games begin in Gulmarg at Jammu and Kashmir. It is being held in world-famous ski and tourist resort in Gulmarg in North Kashmir. Winter Games will see 1,200 athletes from 27 states and union territories competing in the Khelo India Winter Games, which will conclude on March 2nd. In the inauguration of the second edition of the Khelo India Winter Games, Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju said that government's first priority is to make the youth aware of sports through its Khelo India initiative. Speaking on the inauguration, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha said that Khelo India has a great importance in the development of the youth. The state can be developed by connecting the youth with sports in the valley. After a 10-wicket defeat in the third test at the hands of India, Indian captain Joe Root commented on the pitch, saying it is not for players to decide whether it is fit for purpose or not, as it is up to the ICC. Prithvi Shaw on Thursday became the highest individual scorer in Vijay Hazare Trophy history as he smashed an unbeaten 227 of just 152 balls. Former India all-rounder Yusuf Pathan announces his retirement from all forms of cricket. He was part of 2007 T20 World Cup winning squad and 2011 50-over World Cup squad. He played 57 ODIs and 22 T20Is for India. India's fast bowler Vinay Kumar also retired from international cricket, played one test, 31 ODIs and 9 T20I matches for India. Pakistan batsman Umar Akmal will be able to resume his cricket career after the Court of Arbitration for Sports reduced his suspension to 12 months and imposed a fine of 42.5 lakh Pakistani rupee on him for a breach of anti-corruption code. Football now, Manchester United have secured its place into last 16 at the Europa League following a goalless draw against SITA-THE at Old Trafford. Arsenal defeated Benfica by 3-2 in the second leg match of the round of 32 in the Europa League. Olympic 800-meter champion Caster Semenya will appeal to the European Court of the Human Rights against the restriction of testosterone levels in female runners. Thierry Henry has stepped down from his role as coach of CF Montreal for family reasons, the Major League Soccer outfit announced on Thursday. The Giants Ajax booked their spot in the last 16 with a 2-1 victory against Lille. Ajax triumphed by the same score in the last week's opening rubber, and Davy Klaassen scored after 15 minutes, provided Lille with an uphill task. Gerard Moreno's double saw Villarreal close to a 4-1 aggregate win over Red Bull Salzburg, sealing the last 32 clash with a penalty in the closing stages. Bollywood star Salman Khan was spotted at the sets of upcoming film Pathaan, co-starring Shah Rukh Khan. Salman joined Shah Rukh at the movie shoot at the Yash Raj Film Studios. After the blazing success of Ruhi's first song Pankhat, the makers of the film released its second song Kishto. The song featuring Rajkumar Rao and Janhvi Kapoor is a visual treat to the fans, showcasing a glimpse of their chemistry taking place under these spooky circumstances. Actor Sonu Sood, who has been in the limelight because of his philanthropic work, recently extended support to a village in Jhansi after a man approached the actor with the concern of no water. In order to help the villagers, the actor started the work of getting hand pumps installed there. Ace filmmaker Anubhav Sinha, who is currently shooting for his upcoming directorial Anik, shared a post on Friday explaining that filming the movie has been a tough experience for him. The director shared a selfie of him with a sunburnt face, which he explained was the result of the forthcoming film's extensive shoot. Bahubali writer K.V. Vijayendra is all set to write the upcoming multilingual film SITA-THE Incarnation. The film will release in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Kannada. SITA-THE Incarnation will take the audience on a VFX-based journey of India's mythological magnum opus. Singer Nick Jonas recently released isolation-themed title track Spaceman from his upcoming solo album that will work as the perfect stress buster amid the health crisis. The singer announced the forthcoming release of his new solo album titled Spaceman on Thursday and dropped the lead single of the same name. Hollywood star Tom Holland recently revealed that the now officially titled Spidey prequel Spider-Man No Way Home will mark his final time suiting up as the web wonder for the standalone films. The first teaser for Netflix's upcoming zombie heist movie Army of the Dead is out. The film marks Zack Snyder's return to the zombie genre after his 2004 debut, featuring Dawn of the Dead. Army of the Dead has a group of mercenaries heading off into a quarantine zone to plot a heist in a Las Vegas casino amid a zombie outbreak. Australian actor-comedian Rebel Wilson is set to star in the Paramount Players high school comedy titled Senior Year. Apart from featuring in the film, Wilson will also produce along with Todd Garner and Chris Bender. The forthcoming movie will focus on a cheerleader who wakes from a 20-year coma and returns to high school to earn the prom queen crown. Created by Jordan Blum and Patton Oswalt for Hulu, the makers have shared MOD first look trailer and release date is set for May 21. MOD is an upcoming stop motion and adult animated series. Well, that's all we have in Express News. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.